Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I have a scripture from the Brit Hadashah, and this scripture is regarding Yeshua coming and weeping over Jerusalem. A lot of people last week, during the time when the embassy had come to Jerusalem and the capital of Israel had been declared again to be Jerusalem, many commentators, many Jewish people and Gentile people were weeping over Jerusalem. But he says one more thing. In Lucas 19:42, if you had known, even you, at least in this day, the things which belong in thy peace, unto your peace, but now they are hid from your eyes. For the days shall come upon you that your enemies shall cast a trench around you and compass thee around and keep you in on every side, and shall lay you even with the ground and your children within thee. And they shall not leave one stone upon another, because you knew not the time of your visitation. And this is my statement today from the Holy Scriptures, that there is a time of visitation from the Ruach HaKodesh upon peoples. In America, we had people coming over on the Mayflower, and they were bringing with them their faith, and they wanted to worship Adonai in the way they wanted to worship him. The Jewish people found a freedom in that. All of our early contracts with humanity and statements from those days, the writings of those days, they all pointed to freedom of your faith, freedom to believe what you believe. And so there was a visitation from God, even with the establishment of America. And then we had the Great Awakening. I am very privileged to have an ancestor, Jonathan Bryan, who was a good friend of George Whitefield, who founded the oldest orphanage in America, and also was friendly with John Wesley later. And he was one of the sons of the Revolution, of the American Revolution. And then we had another Great Awakening, many Great Awakenings. Another one came. Jeremiah Lamphere was praying down near Wall Street, and we had a man named Charles Finney come out. And then we had a great New York revival. A lot of people pray for revival, but there is a price to revival. First of all, you have to be very down before God can revive you. But here in this country, even in the congregations of this country, people are very fat, they're very puffed up, and they're very desirous of vain things. Very desirous of vain things. When the Lord, Adonai Sevaot, wants to come and he wants to purge us of our quest for vain things so that he can fill us with spiritual things before it is too late. We have enemies round about. Israel has enemies round about. Look what's going on. Look what's going on. We have Iran that will raise its head, and this is in accordance with the scriptures. There will be a raising of the head of Iran. There will be an anger with the imams there. Russia will go back on certain vows and promises and agreements that they have made. The Chinese will go back. And then we're going to see eventually, and we do not know the day, eventually we're going to see Jerusalem surrounded by enemies. Surrounded by enemies. And the United States is in an enviable position because we can go one way and we can go another. But will we go the way of Adonai yet? Will we still go his way? Will we come down from our lofty perch and go his way? Or are we going to go the way of the devil? A lot of people don't believe in the devil. Everybody thinks that people who do believe in the devil are very funny, sort of archaic little people, mostly old, senior citizens and that. But I tell you, he is a real foe. He is a real foe. And when you see this country's children so corrupted, when you see an opioid addiction in a place like Staten Island, you see an opioid, a heroin addiction, just the top stats of heroin addiction in Staten Island, where I stand today, you know something is wrong. Something is going very badly wrong. So friends, Do you know what day it is? I work with Muslim people as well as Jewish people in Brooklyn, for example. And there are many people walking back and forth in front of our congregation, but they do not know the day of their visitation. They don't know that I've been kept alive to my 65th year, hopefully some more years. And I'm standing there and positioned there to show them the way, but they don't know. They're all